watch a couple of videos. Just want to watch.
I think we ought to invite Baron17 on because he's up on it, and I guess Hillary is panic tweeting right now.
Send a link. Send it. Well, I'm always willing to bring anybody on here that wants to. You know, if you've got something important.
Baron, you want to come on?
You be ferocious. You be relentless. You be. Now let's stop this motherfucker on the floor. Control me. You can't control me.
The Baron of Arizona. Baron of Arizona.
You can't control me.
Right. Well, by ULA's definition of success, that mission was perfect.
Actually, Austin wanted us to reach out to you because he really appreciates all the support. And
Yo, you're Baron of Arizona. Yo, Arizona. I heard you're the brains of the operation.
You make some awesome videos.
So I just wanted to say thank you for everything and keep up the great work.
Get a light, please. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, all right? Yo, chill out. Yo, hold on. This is my. We both got one thing in common. We both represent to the fullest. All right? Now, this brother was good enough to stop his show in the middle of this show, and I want everybody in here, everybody stand up on their feet first and foremost, please. No, don't make no noise. Every brother in here, please take your hat off. Give me a moment of silence. Now, everybody out there that listen probably heard about some beef, whatever. It takes a big motherfucker to stop the Miller hit, okay? So we can recognize. I don't give a what is said on the record, no matter what. When the fuck are we gonna stop this bull and start loving one another? Don't believe the hype bulls. It was some internal. Can we have a moment of silence? Now let my do his thing. Y'all enjoy the rest of the show. God bless you and say a prayer.
Yo, that was definitely real from everybody, you know what I'm saying? Showing your love, my man.
What's up?
Okay, what's going on?
Look, I understand that this is serious, but like...
No, I don't think you understand.
I understand better than the both of y'all, okay? The shit that we're going through now, that's what happens when you grow. You either have the heart for it, or you don't. We're gonna weather the storm.
People looking at me stupid, is he baked? Yeah. Easy, walking to hi, day, bye. Yeah. Doctors say I'm crazy, it's a brain thing. Yeah. Chemical imbalance is my talent. As a kid, I spent my whole allowance. My mind is off its rocker, and I fucking starts to block jaws with fucking Nostradamus. Dropping bombs like rocket launching off the top floor of a pond. Informative speech, Stanton recording his beats. Presidential eating lunch like I'm Donald Trump. Everything my pen writes down now, Robert Munch. Blowing up so much, yeah. Let me on stage with the circus freaks. I need perks and weed, and a verse for free.
What the hell's going on? Come on.
I worked on my thing. I worked on my craft, and I stuck to it. So today, here, I think about how many people were wrong. I think about how many people who didn't follow their heart, who believed what someone told them, or believed what society says, or what status quo was telling them. Don't believe nothing but you. Don't believe in anything but you.
Feel good up here. Yeah, it's illmatic. It's illmatic. Let's go back a little bit and go. One time for your mind, one time. One time for your mind, one time. One time for your mind, one time. Yeah, check it out. When I'm chilling, I grab the Buddha. chili, then I sent a shorty from my block to the store for Phillies. After being blessed by the herb's essence, I'm back to my rest. 10 minutes, some odd seconds. That's where I got my honey at. Spend the night for sexing, keep lubrication, magnum protection. Picking up the stereos, remote control quickly. Ronji's in the cassette deck, rocking the D. I try to stay mellow rock. Well, acapella rhymes to make me richer than a slipper made Cinderella fella. Don't get your crew, Hobbs, I'm prepared to bomb troops. Rest in peace to my mom dupes. When I was 10, I was a hip hop shorty rock. Known for rocking microphones and twisting off a 40 top. Yeah, one time for your mom, one time. One time for your mom, one time. One time for your mom, one time. Okay, cello. You know the hard times, kid. Kobe starving make you wanna do crimes, kid. But I'm a lamb cause a crime couldn't beat a rhyme. Muslims yelling, freedom mine. And I'm from Queensbridge. Been in many places as a kid. When I would say that out of town, people chased us. But now I know the time, got an older mind. Plus control of 9. Fine, see now I represent mine. I'm new in the rap game. Niggas never heard of me. Yet I'm a menace. Why police wanna murder me? Honey dog drinker, represent the thinker. My pen rides the paper, it even has blinkers. Think I dim the lights and inhale. It stimulates, flowing like I'm on and off 95 interstate. Never plan to stop when I write, my hand is hot. And I jam a lot from the winds of Camelot. The parlayer, I make your heads bop, paw. The shot of light on perpetrators like a cop's car. From day to night, I play the mic and yo, thank God. I rep so much the microphone and need a paint job. See, my brain is incarcerated. Live in any jam, I couldn't count on the parks rated. I hold a Mac 11 and a tech, a rabbit, eye contact. 11 L's, then backs in heaven. One time for your mind, one time. One time for your mind, one time. One time for your mind, one time.
I can say whatever I want. You old white prick. I'll smash this place to bits.
What are you? Come on. Hey. Hey.
I say we're done.
Innocent women and children blown to bits? We've got to protect our gentlemen. We must do something about this immediately. Immediately. Harumph, 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 harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Harumph, harumph, harumph.
You should shut up. Well, I tell you what, 74 million Americans are not going to shut up.
Incoming craft, identify yourself.
Banner of Arizona.
Genius.
Get out.
Chief.
Where were you?
Chief.
Oh, I need you. Come here. What do you know about it?
Oh, well,
Yeah, don't answer that. You're all I got. Big party for an American hero.
Open the doors.
In this episode, I will be explaining how the CIA uses terrorists and criminals as assassins.
What's the deal with this weird pyramid eye thing? Today I'd like to speak specifically,
Welcome back, everyone.
to the women of the left.
But no one has more assassins than the CIA and MI6.
Journalists.
Corrupt news media has always turned a blind eye.
Who really got Donald Trump elected? So is Q military intelligence?
Crybaby, never Trump, McRepublican.
Never even looked into the evidence?
Russia hack.
So what's the deal with the resignation?
Laser-guided missiles. How exactly did they get that?
Did you guys see all those smear articles? How John McCain was the secret kingpin? Weren't a bunch of people supposed to be arrested and indicted already? I decided to get real weird with you guys. Happy Friday, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone.
I decided that we'd come do some cowboy shit.
And how CIA Black Ops enabled a bunch of worthless European royals to conquer the United States. Happy Friday, everyone. Indirect.
If we look at the empirical data provided by the Navy about the UFO's aerial maneuvers, we can use physics equations to easily deduce that they would not be possible without a time machine. The reason is G-forces. G-forces are the extra pull of gravity you experience during a rapid acceleration or in a high-speed aerial maneuver. Fighter pilots and astronauts are generally trained to withstand up to 9 Gs, or 9 times the normal pull of gravity. But that is about the maximum a human body can safely endure. Anything much more than that would cause their body to be crushed and eventually kill them. Which is why we can be so certain that that UFO in those videos is actually a time machine. Because no living or artificial thing could survive the aerial maneuvers that UFO was performing without being crushed by the G-forces that it would create. Unless they were warping time. I won't bore you with the gigantic math equation, but suffice it to say that even if your body was made out of solid titanium, the G-force exerted by going from a dead stop here to a dead stop 60 miles away in just a matter of seconds would smash you flat as a pancake, and the vehicle you were riding in. The only way it's mathematically possible to move like that is by warping time. So again, just to reiterate, that UFO is not an extraterrestrial alien spaceship. It's actually a human future weapon. One that I will be explaining more about in a future video.
And what I'm talking about is the pulse of the collective. Oh heck, let me just show you how it's done. Dad, how about a little percussion? Tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, and Mom, hi-hat. Good, Mom. Excellent. And Gary, on the kick drum. Come, on the kick drum. Come. That's Gary. Come with the kick drum. Come with the kick drum. Gary, on the kick drum. Come. That's Gary on the kick drum. Go. And Gary, in the house. Come with the kick drum.
I'm just not really the kick drum kind of guy. I'd rather be just a listener and enjoy all the banging that he's doing. And
you know, Gary, that's your prerogative. That's your right to listen. Meantime, I gotta talk to Brooke about something. It's called the bass line. Excuse me. Good, Carol. Good, Brooke. Yes, Dennis. Totally awesome. And tank. Move yourself. You always live your life, never thinking of the future.
Elon is a wicked smart guy who has also been dabbling with some of this quantum interdimensional sort of technology and been getting some hints and assistance of his own. And it's actually funny because even on the Business Channel a few years ago, you'd hear the Wall Street analysts being like, I don't know if this guy is a time traveler or what, but I don't know how he has the time to do all 5 of these like super innovative companies and be so successful at making this new stuff. But yeah, so he's very much, I would say out of anybody that is alive right now, probably the most in the know about the big picture. And there's no chance the 17 movement could have happened without Elon Musk. So he's a guy who's been preaching for years about, like, look, AI has great potential, but it also has the potential to be extremely dangerous. He's a guy who's been preaching the need for proactively regulating AI, not waiting till the cat's out of the bag, until it's racing off into outer space without us, to create some kind of framework around this that makes it safe. So the 17 movement would be 0% possible without Elon Musk. And I know a lot of people, based on the Neuralink stuff or based on various other, I guess, interpretations of what he's doing, view him as a negative entity. And to some degree, he has to give off appearances to get to the places that he does, to get the access that he does. He has had to get off certain appearances from one time or another. But at the end of the day, he's very much a white hat and very, very concerned, as are we, about what the future of AI, what the future of this brain interfacing technology holds. And he's, I don't know, we would not be able to pull off an operation without him.
This planet is dying. The human race is killing it.
So you've come here to help us?
No, I didn't.
We can change. We could still turn things around.
We've watched, we've waited and hoped that you would change.
Please.
It's reached the tipping point. We have to act.
Please.
We'll undo the damage you've done and give the Earth a chance to begin again.
Don't do this. Please. We could change.
Like an angel.
Because I think we're going to learn things that the people that have been worshiping the devil have been doing to children and other things. And it's going to shock the world, but you're going to admit at the end of this that not only is God real, but the devil is real, and you're going to know that God beat him, because he already did. The conclusion is already fixed. I hate to use this word, but this particular battle, it's already been rigged. God rigged it. He knows the winner. So do we. Don't forget that. We've already won. They say God wins. God won.
Though the battle's won, the war has just begun. No time for love, you gotta run. You don't belong here, like an angel in hell.
It leads us to be stewards of nature, this gift that we have received and that we must care for into the future. This is increasingly significant because it is a challenge we face in the post-pandemic era. We need to keep moving forward, and we know that one doesn't come out of a crisis the same way one entered.
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
that you will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of your ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly.
This, as you know, is like
everybody in the Q movement, like mentally retarded and like short bus people and all this. So he's burning, like his lawyer's burning his bridge to the Q community who might defend him.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
They can't be bought.
We are tonight's entertainment.
Bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with.
Criminals in this town used to believe in things. Honor, respect. Look at you. What do you believe in, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I had a vision of a world, and it was so boring.
You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying.
This town deserves a better class of criminal, and I'm gonna give it to them.
Why so serious?
Tell your men they work for me now. This is my city.
You complete me. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. And here we go. I'm not a schemer. I try to show the schemers how pathetic their attempts to control things really are.
This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. I think you and I are destined to do this forever. I like this job.
Family, like, how are they doing this? I know Joe decided not to run in 2016, but what if he ran in the future? Aren't they taking political risk or headline risk? I remember looking at Jim Biden and saying, how are you guys getting away with this? Like, aren't you concerned? He looked at me and he laughed a little bit and said, plausible deniability. How are you guys doing this? Aren't you concerned that you're going to put your brother's, future presidential campaign at risk? The Chinese, the stuff that you guys have been doing already in 2015 and 2016 around the world. And I just can almost picture his face where he sort of chuckles and says,
good patriots in the U.S. military and their global partners asked Trump to run for president so they could take back control of America legitimately without alarming the public. Trump was a good choice, obviously, because he overcame the voter fraud and won. But he was a patriot, and he was loved and admired by the public. He was not interested in joining the cabal because they hated America, and he did not agree with them on that point. As soon as he showed interest in taking power, they activated their media assets to viciously turn him in. That's when we saw the sudden hatred emerge. Even when he won, the cabal still had no idea what he was a part of, and the sophisticated plan that was about to unfold against them. Shocked at their loss, they mobilized their full arsenal of intelligence, media, money, and technology to try and take back power. Their people at the top of the DOJ and FBI then put together a plan to frame Trump and have him impeached. This is where we come back to the NSA again. All messages were stored and could be used to expose this plot and prevent Trump's overthrow. An entire book will be written about the first 2 years of Trump's presidency false flag terror attacks, down planes, missile alerts, assassination attempts. Here's the point. The world is currently experiencing a dramatic covert war of biblical proportions. Literally the fight for Earth between the forces of good and evil. I can't put it in simpler terms, but I can say it appears the good guys are winning. The Cabal had complete control over North Korea. They hijacked the Kim dynasty, took them hostage, and worked to build up a nuclear arsenal to threaten the world. Kim Jong-un suddenly embracing peace was simply because the deep state were beaten and driven out. ISIS was also destroyed in the year following Trump's win. We are all starting to see the pattern now, that enough time has passed, that our biggest global concerns are starting to recede, and peace is returning. It is all evidence that the good guys are winning the war.
There are, of course, those who do not want us to speak. Damn it! Why? Because while the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power.
Our source are not the Russian government.
Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there?
Or that he's trying to undermine the media.
War.
He could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Yeah, if you look at and injustice, intolerance, and oppression, and where once you had the freedom to object, to think and speak as you saw fit, you now have censors and systems of surveillance coercing your conformity and soliciting your submission. We need cameras. How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others, and they will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
I ain't got no mother swap.
Take money.
West side, bad boy killers. You know who the realest is. Cause we bring it to you. And first off, your bitch in the clique you claim. West side, when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I your. We bust on bad boys, niggas for life. Hope you tryna see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia, some mark ass bitches. We keep on coming while we running for your dues. Steady gunning, keep on busting at the boots. You know the rules. Little Caesar, go ask your homie out. I'll leave you, cut your young ass up, leave you in pieces. Now be deceased. Little Kim, don't fuck around with real G's. Quick to snatch your ugly ass off the streets. So fuck peace. I let them niggas know it's on for life. Don't let the West Side ride the night. Bad boy murdered on wax and kill. Fuck with me and get your cash bill. You know, see, grab your Glocks when you see Tupac. Call the cops when you see Tupac. Who shot me, but your pumps didn't finish. Now you're about to feel the wrath of a menace. Nigga, I hit him up. Check this out, you motherfuckers know what time it is. I don't even know why I'm on this track. Y'all niggas ain't even on my level. I'ma let my little homies ride on you bitch made ass motherfuckers.
This is going to be quite a humbling experience for them. For those of you still undecided about me, that's perfectly okay. I welcome the opportunity to prove to you exactly who I am. But it's not going to happen right away. It's going to be a process, and you're going to have to pay attention and think for yourself. So in order to help everyone better make up their minds during this process, let's do this. How about everyone who claims to be an authority figure on Q stops accepting donations from their followers immediately? Like tomorrow. I personally have never accepted any donations from my followers, and I never will. I have plenty of my own money, so everything I do will always be free. Can all the other so-called Q experts say the same thing? I doubt it. So let's take away the financial incentives and see who's still yakking after that.
stay in that corner.
I just wanna go to Mexico. Weed, alcohol, and sex. This lifestyle is unconventional, so your morals must be flexible. I just wanna go to Mexico. Weed and alcohol and this lifestyle is unconventional, so your morals must be flexible.
Own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long. They tell you what to believe all day long, beating you over the head in your media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. Nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. You know? And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on. The fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day.
$14,000 a year if you live here. You will never have to pay that much money if you live in Washington or wherever you live. Not more than 7% of your income. They're going to see that, they'll get tax breaks, genuine tax breaks. If that's Trump, to tell them I'm busy.
Be my little baby. Say you'll be my darling. Be my baby now. I'll make you happy, baby. Just wait and see. For every kiss you give me, I'll give you 3. Oh, since the day I saw you, I've been waiting for you till eternity. So won't you please?
Walking on the moon, higher than a air balloon. I take a lot cause I'm immune. I'll be back, I'll come down soon. I just wanna go to Mexico. This lifestyle is unconventional, so your morals must be flexible. I just wanna go to Mexico. This lifestyle is unconventional, so your morals must be flexible. I just wanna go to
When I was a kid, nobody understood me. Felt so alone, all on my own. I dreamt I would make them all see what I could be. I do it with music that came from my soul. I tried and I felt like a bird with no feathers. The winter was cold and so was the weather. I posted a joke in the dead of December and put myself on like your favorite sweater. I did it again just to prove I could do it. Who would've thought it'd be something so stupid? Shout out to Caroline, Doris, and Helen, cause I was nobody till I was on Fallon. Now they got checks, yeah, they all wanna hit like the nectar of life streaming out of my. Back in November, I wasn't worth piss, but now 3 million followers means I exist. And I know you want more. It's never enough. Yeah, I know you want. I'm a little jolly for the life. I just crossed the ocean for a bag. Shit is crazy, I don't mean to brag, but this is all the shit I never had, yeah. This is all the shit I never had, yeah. And look at the boy, hey, look at the boy with his pretty statistics. Get the money, but don't get it twisted. What I wanted was love, what I got was a business, and I feel the clock is ticking. So what do I do now? When the truth is all I wanted was your love. And I know you want more. It's never enough. Yeah, I know you want more.
Hello? Before we start, I'd just like to...
Violation of Penal Code 2219. Today, 34B.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. You see, I believe there's been a misunderstanding. No, I can explain what happened. I just made a joke. And, you know...
Stop talking. Elevation in heart rate detected. Would you like a pill?
No. Thank you. What I'd like to do is
Stop talking. Personality matrix suggests a 78.3% chance of regression to old behavior patterns. Would you like to talk to a human?
No, I am okay. Thank you.
Are you being sarcastic?
Okay, we're live. It sucks. I hate live stream. I hate it. Please don't bark.
Austin Steinbart. I mean, I looked into him a bit.
That's something not a lot of people in the Q community ask because they don't have even the capacity to ask. If they don't know to ask the question, they don't know to ask.
Yeah, because they're too locked into the 3D.
Claims he's Q. Part of his claims are he's posting from the future. Or
say where the road goes, where the day flows, only who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only
like that. What? It's like the motherfucker grill. Get crunk with it. What? Get loose with it. What? Like Shaw said, let Bruce Deuce hit it. Get crunk with it. What? Get loose with it. What? Like Shaw said, let Bruce Deuce hit it. Now, shake that real fast and drop. 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 Shake it like a salt shaker. 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 Shake it like a salt shaker.
After are the people you depend on. Do not fuck with us.
We have what we call citizen journalists. We have an army of digital soldiers. You're here because you've made a decision about something in your life. You can't sit back. You have a responsibility. We must, you have to fight for this country. He's going to be better.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust my mind. I'm losing everybody. They can never take the grind. People always switch sides. People always in my line. Never ask me how I'm doing. They just wanna waste my time. So I don't hate nobody. Just stay up on my life and I won't hurt nobody. So just stay up on my sights. People always pull me down. Neighbors told me that I drown. When you living how I'm living, all these leeches come around. Cause we don't trust nobody. We don't even trust our minds. We're losing everybody. From them drugs to suicide. don't trust nobody. I don't even trust my mind, I'm losing everybody. They can never take the grind. People always switch their sides. People always hit my line. Never ask me how I'm doing. They just wanna waste my time. So I don't hate nobody. Just stay up on my life and I won't hurt nobody. So just stay up on my sights. People always pull me down. Angels told me that I drown. When you living how I'm living, all these leeches come around. They robbed all my money and I'll never get it back. I don't find nobody. Just listen to my lawyers, just don't listen back. So they got this full disclosure.
And he knows that the advantage, Donald Trump knows that the advantage in life, in business, and in wartime goes to the competitor that does not flinch and does not broadcast his game plan.
Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never, business before pleasure. In the fam, who you know do it better. Yeah, right, no matter what, be airtight. So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming our music keeps you moving. What are you proving? You know that I'm 2 levels above you, baby. Hug me, baby, I'ma make you love me, baby. Show these cats, and babe, you know you too hard for these cats. I'ma win cause I'm too smart for these cats. While they making up facts, making up plaques.
In the commission, you ask for permission to hit him. He don't like me, hit him wild.
Hello there.
Animal there, sir.
Sure it was him.
Calling Gamma Ray. This is Major Cigar. Do you read me, Gamma Ray? Gamma Ray, damn it, come in! Gamma Ray, please respond. Well, his brains are fried. Pack it up, mission's over.
Do you read me? Do you read me? Do I need to reach through the TV? Do I need to reach through the Ouija? Houston and Meg, I'm too Dini. I'm too uneasy. I'm out of phase and I'm orange tang and I'm powdered eggs and my radio has been down for days. To just stand around and sound out the phrase to go, do you read me? Shook up, shoot a beanie. On luck for the moon graffiti. Deep end of some hellhole. Come detect this tempo. I've been beating back in these headphones. Beating back a profound fear. Farewell to my breadcrumbs. Is anybody even out there? I'm like out there in that true tweety, that new ether, that do you read me? You don't read me, I'm barely a thing. Staring off, too scared to blink. I might shrink some and I shrink more. Shrink past this pink dwarf. No sign of my pole star, but up here it don't mean north. Deep space and no G-force, and more tumble out to some death bell. Some bleep bleep robot voice, some red light, some send help. Street needs some ET to come deep fry, you know, freak grease and re-home. Reach out, reap what he sow. Jesus, do you read me? We don't.
Do you read me, Gamma Ray?
And I play drums on a wheel with a feeling out of touch or outgunned in the field. Drums on a wheel. Bomb sights and blackouts and fog lights and gas clouds. Jockey through vacuums. None of our flaps down, it's shocking. Shot off's one small part of some squadron that ain't once chosen to abort shit, and we've honed in on our problem. Non-stop until he stopped to see what kind of quadrant he got lost in. Do you read me that option when y'all's options are exhausted? Have been dropped off in this mosh pit instead of locked in one orbit. Knock, knock, fall back of this cockpit is my coffin. Boss levels, I'm doomed to repeat. New dance called Do You Read Me? It evolves as a beyond the mantra. Once none pinging my transponder. Once what macabre y'all plan to conjure. Been handed back to y'all unresponsive. 10 hut and I'm in sync. Phone home but just ring a ring. Asteroids that leave marks and black holes that eat stars. Green cheese and GPS be decked with detours. Around East Street, my beacons are all blinked out. I might slink up in that junk heap you can't read and or pin down.
Gamma Ray, come in!
And I play drums on a wheel with a feeling out of touch or outgunned in the field. Drums on a wheel. And I play drums on a wheel with a feeling out of touch or outgunned in the field. Drums on a wheel.
I just have one thing to say. Hang on here.
Fuck 12, oh well, LBs, so sell, no bail. Go crazy. Fuck 12, oh well, LBs, so sell, no bail.
I'll tell you what, if I had the talent of any one of these people, I'd be...
Fuck 12, oh well, LBs, so sell, no bail. Go crazy. Fuck 12, oh well, LBs, so sell, no bail.
cousins. Can't nobody tell me nothing. It's no discussion. I've grown accustomed to system bumping. It's a bit destructive. I let my nuts hang, call me Mr. I'm highly trusted.